Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad to know, yeah, I'm sad to know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, oh, 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 à la folie, oh, oh, oh.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit.
Hey! Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit.
All eyes on me.
This is America. Don't catch you.
Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad to know, yeah, I'm sad to know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, oh, 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 à la folie, oh, oh, oh.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit.
Hey! Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit.
All eyes on me.
This is America. Don't catch you.
Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad to know, yeah, I'm sad to know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, oh, 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 à la folie, oh, oh, oh.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit.
Hey! Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit.
All eyes on me.
This is America. Don't catch you.
Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad to know, yeah, I'm sad to know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, oh, 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 à la folie, oh, oh, oh.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit.
Hey! Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit.
All eyes on me.
This is America. Don't catch you.
Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad to know, yeah, I'm sad to know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, oh, 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 à la folie, oh, oh, oh.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit.
Hey! Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit.
All eyes on me.
What is up, guys? Dashing here, and we are live for episode 165 of Shockwave, yes, the go-home edition, before this weekend's Climb to Fame event live in Paris, France. But baby, we are kicking things off this fine evening with the in-ring return of the big dog, Pierre Thompson, for the first time in, gosh, I was trying to remember it. It's been at least over 2 years. I think maybe even 3 almost, since the last time we've seen Pierre Thompson compete in a CMV ring. He, of course, returned in Tokyo, Japan, revealing himself as Pat LaFave's newest client. And Cerberus was formed, the Pitbull Perry Heenan. Alongside him, they're set to take on the Bromancers in some tag team action to get things underway here tonight. It was in Tokyo, Japan, that Perry Heenan and Pierre Thompson laid out the new World Tag Team Champions, Carlos Corvo and Joey Bacon, before they really even had a chance to celebrate winning the 9th Annual Men's Tag Team Cup, not to mention the World Tag Team titles. And last Shockwave, we saw Perry Heenan defeat Carlos Corvo with Joey Bacon absent. Still not sure if he was just still in catering, couldn't be bothered to be in Corvo's corner to watch his back, or maybe still feeling the effects of that beatdown courtesy of Cerberus in Tokyo, Japan. Well, speaking of a beatdown, though, the Bromancers might be on the receiving end of one. It's not been a great couple of weeks. You know, they did make it to the finals of the 9th Annual Men's Tag Team Cup, but obviously they lost, and last Shockwave, unable to cash in on that $200,000 bounty set by Emmett Jones. That might be a good thing, though, because as we found out, Emmett Jones didn't mean $200,000. He meant 200 grand chocolate bars, which he did award to Diamante and Alan Montoya, who defeated the Bromancers. Maybe their luck can change tonight, but I'm not going to hold my breath as they go up against Perry Heenan and Pierre Thompson here. And Pierre Thompson not going to waste any more time. Obviously, that question of ring rust will be answered, I feel like, pretty early on in this one, but just looking at the shape Pierre Thompson is in, I wouldn't be surprised if there's no ring rust to be found whatsoever. Two-time CMV champion kind of just vanished a few years back. Hadn't heard anything from him. Now he pops back up as Pat LaFave's new client. Early tag to Perry Heenan, big punch to the gut, just two absolutely massive units in the Pitbull and the Big Dog. A terrifying tag team this is. If I were the Bromancers, I certainly would not have been interested in competing in this match whatsoever. And you wouldn't be able to make me feel bad about it. Damn, Perry Heenan just destroying Sexy Rexy here in the corner, gonna pop him up into a sort of damn alley-oop. That's a three-pointer if you ask me. Indeed, my friends, this is the go-home episode of Shockwave before this weekend's Climb to Fame event. We're going to be in Paris, France, and what a show it is shaping up to be. Of course, that Climb to Fame contract ladder match. We'll have 8 superstars competing for that contract. They can cash in anytime, anywhere for a World Championship opportunity. Only one spot left to be filled, and it will be filled this upcoming episode of Octane, our final qualifier between Ben Stacy and Blake Virtue. But 4 of the men in that matchup will be in our main event here tonight. Big 8-man tag team matchup, as we'll see JV Enterprises team up with Brian Dynamic and Quran Cook to take on the foursome of Diamante Alan Montoya, and the Unks, Reese Matthews and Quantum. Pierre Thompson to grab Bo from behind. Typically, he would probably like that, but I don't think that's going to be the case here. Now we see beautiful Bo trying to make his way to the corner, but stopped dead by Pierre Thompson. You know, Bo was busy earlier tonight before the show went on the air, mocking Reese Matthews about his food choices and catering. Hopefully he's got his mind on this matchup. But most certainly, oh, watch out, Perry Eden. He's trying to help out Pierre Thompson, unable to do so. Beautiful Bo is just wholly focused on nailing the big dog. Sitting right on his ribs and now going to try to get him into the corner. The Bromancers trying to establish themselves as a serious threat in this tag team division. Not only do they have the good looks, but the immense talent in the ring as well. Great teamwork as always. Referee, where are you? Taking her time. Starting the count. Looks like Pierre Thompson wants to make a tag, but Sexy Rexy will not allow it. He goes behind. A beautiful write-off. Out of the top. Couldn't ask for much better positioning than this. Sexy Rexy tries for the money shot, but Pierre Thompson gets up his knees. Still Rex. With those kicks to the back of Pierre's leg. Now able to scoop him up in a running power slam. Romancers holding their own so far. I might end up eating my words here. Well, there's a tag to Bo. Pierre Thompson also looking for a tag, but Bo going to stop him from making it to the corner. Tito goes off the ropes, tries for a neck breaker. Thompson gets out of the way. Big boot again. Remember, it's been over 2 years, maybe even 3 years since last we saw Pierre Thompson in the CMV ring. I'd say considering that, he's doing pretty damn well. And obviously someone like Pat LaFave isn't going to bring you into the fold if he doesn't think that you have what it takes to, in Pierre Thompson's case, make it back to the top of the mountain. We also saw Pat LaFave recently attempting to persuade Brian Dynamic to join up with Cerberus. Told him to ditch Nathan White. Called him dead weight. And allowed Pat LaFave to bring him to the very top of the mountain here in CMV. Seems like Dynamic was a bit conflicted, but a moonsault there by Bo as he hooks the leg of Heenan, kick out at 1. Keep him right where he is, bashing Heenan's head repeatedly off the canvas. Very slowly bring him to his feet. Heenan, problem is the veteran that Perry Heenan is. You give him an inch, he will take it a mile. Kick right to the middle of the back. Heenan gets straight back up though. I'm going to send Bo careening into the corner. Tries for a tag to the big dog, but Bo does a very good job of not allowing that to happen, as he now might look for the tag, and he gets it. In comes Sexy Rexy, and more of that gorgeous teamwork by the Bromancers. Damn, knees to the chest. Now here comes Bo. Oh, we're not going to see what he did, though. Cameraman a little bit too obsessed with Sexy Rexy. Not that I blame him, though. I often find myself staring at Sexy Rexy for minutes on end, just admiring what a piece of work this man is. Damn, he did. Just launch himself at Rex there, now makes the tag to Prime Time. Goes for the Superman punch. That's vintage Pierre Thompson. Rex able to avoid it, but barely. Pierre might try for it again, though. Catch him on the rebound. Oh, yes, baby, the play of the day. It's been too long since I've seen that. Vintage Pierre Thompson, that is. And it could be the beginning of the end for the Bromancers here in this match now, as Pierre gets Rex into the corner. Thinking about making that tag. Rex fighting for his life, though. Looks the arm stroke. Sexy Rexy giving Pierre a stroke. And now makes the tag to the beauty Bo. Delivering some stomps between the shoulder blades. Might be on Bo here. Pick up the slack. And he's going to try to stretch Pierre Thompson. Got him in that Olympic stretch. But Thompson, I don't even think he actually had it fully locked in before the big dog was able to escape. Too damn thick. Typically, Beautiful Bo can deal with the thickness. So not in this instance. Kick to the midsection by Thompson. Knee to the gut. God, that'll suck the air right up out of you. Not the only thing Bo's going to be sucking tonight. As we get an Irish whip into the corner, Bo is able to reverse. Mike that shot. Damn, smack that man. Right there, though, the veteran Pierre Thompson makes the quick tag, but still Perry Heenan is the one nailed with that slingshot spear into the pin, but it's a kick out. Bo tagged the Sexy Rexy. As Perry Hayden's ribs right about now probably feeling some type of way, and Rex going to keep the pressure on, puts him in the corner, makes the tag. Bo brought right back in, but he's going up top. Oh no, spread the legs. Headbutt to the taint. Directly to the taint of the Pimple, who needs a second. Oh man, maybe not. And a huge elbow across the chest follows it up. God damn, Perry Heenan, you beast. And sends Bo right down in front of the announce table here. Perry Heenan taking his time. Referee's already up to a count of 5, though. Double axe handle. Well, it looks like Heenan's going to get himself back into the ring. But will Beautiful Bo be able to answer the referee's count here as Heenan keeps himself busy battering Sexy Rexy? Both the Bromancers down. Bo is back up, though. Beautiful Bo back into the ring. He might have wanted to stay out there, though. Walks right into a pile driver. Looks like it's time to hashtag make it a win. Hoorah, hoorah. Perry Heenan with a sit-out powerbomb. All the while, Rexy is still down at ringside. Heenan saying, where do you think you're going, buddy? Sends him right into that corner. Tries for the tag. Bo is still fighting, though. Beautiful Bo. Not going down without a fight. Oh, what's Rex doing? He's back to his feet, but he needs to be weary not to get the Bromancers disqualified here. Howard Bo, I'd be looking to make a tag right about now. Flaunting what the good Lord gave him. Sends Heenan into that corner. Needs to make the tag, and he does back in. And you know what they say? It's not gay if it's in a three-way. The Bromancers looking for what I would consider to be a pretty big upset win here. Pierre Thompson, though, not only bumping into the ref to delay her, counting that pin, then breaks it up. These clotheslines, any one of them can take Rex's head clean off, and I would not be surprised. And pulls into a back suplex. People really underestimate Perry Heenan's wrestling ability. Obviously, he's big and powerful, but he can wrestle with the absolute best of them, too. Like a Sexy Rexy. With a quick ode to the United States. Showing his love for his country. Not the time to do so. Gnarly looking sit-out powerbomb. And Rex, out of instinct, is trying to crawl into the corner, but you're not going anywhere. Vintage! Perry Heenan with the Impaler DDT. Is that enough for Cerberus to seal the deal? Rex kicks out, but barely. And the graduation pile driver. Time to make it a win. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. On the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it rain. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. Yeah, used to wear the cheap stuff, now it's all designer. Blink. Got him wrapped around my little finger. He let the way I pop it like a can of fizz. Told him if he want this, better know the business. I'm not his wifey, I'm his fantasy. Living life in first class, can't you see? Look at me, said my attitude is kinda spicy. I told him that's the price, boy, ain't it pricey? It is. Stepping out the truck with the pink lip gloss. So them girls how to play like a real big boss. He tryna lock it down, but I love my space, leaving lipstick.
So it seems like that's going to be a reoccurring thing this season. Very fun. But Cerberus, guys, picking up the win against the Bromancers. Such a powerful graduation pile driver that was. It momentarily took us off the air, but we're back. And the action is going to continue here on Shockwave number 165. We might see the broadcast get taken off the air again, because coming up next, Su Jin is in action. That leg drop of hers was the last time. So powerful. We had to take a breather for a couple of minutes. But Su Jin, guys, herself not interested in a breather. Last Shockwave defeated Apathy again. And that was after Apathy attacked him before the match began. Su Jin is keen on moving on and perhaps setting her sights on championship gold. Although if I were Su Jin, I might have to watch my back, because Apathy made it clear that things are far from over between these two. Well, tonight, Su Jin is set to go one-on-one. Well, supposed to be going one-on-one, guys, with Selena Satoru, but Apathy has just dragged Satoru out onto the stage, left her lying there on the ramp, and Apathy and Su Jin now just beating the hell out of each other, and they're both going to work together for a second to tell the ref to take a hike. Now, this match has been called off, but I don't think Apathy and Su Jin give a shit what the referee has to say. Somebody's got to go check on Selena, though. Who knows what the hell Apathy may have done to her backstage? I was really looking forward to the match between Su Jin and Selena Satoru here tonight. But Apathy said, think again. I don't know why the referee's trying to act like this is a match. This is not a match. Su Jin is fighting back, though, just like she did last Shockwave. Apathy got the drop on her. But Su Jin has been standing 10 toes down. She's refused to cower at the sight of Apathy. I don't know what she went for there. I mean, fair to say she's a bit frazzled right now. Prone to make mistakes, but Apathy, whoa! Look at Apathy's face there. She couldn't believe what she was seeing. Su Jin just too damn fast. The thing about being big and powerful like Apathy is it really only pays off for you if you can get your hands on your opponent, and Su Jin's just so incredibly athletic, Apathy has a hard time hitting her down. And here's some more big punches. I would say get security out here. I think these two have to get this out of their system before they destroy Shockwave. But neither woman is tucking tail. Apathy mocking Su Jin, saying, I hope you hit a whole hell of a lot harder than that. I mean, Su Jin has beaten Apathy twice now. And Apathy, being the 15-year veteran that she is, just won't accept that. A relative rookie getting the better of her twice. Knife edge chop. But Su Jin sends it right back at her. Now these two might be looking to knock each other out cold. Referee has learned his lesson. He's keeping his distance now. Oh, big combo by Apathy trying to rip Sujin's hair out. Can we at least get medical out here, though? Selena Santana is still laying up there on the stage. Somebody come get her. Oh, Apathy trying to intimidate Sujin, but that will not work. I think she would have learned that by now. On the rebound, big boot from Apathy. And now what is this? A triangle choke. Apathy's trying to choke Sujin out. But look at Sujin, the resolve of this former K-pop idol. She's able to get out of it. Just throws herself at Apathy. But Apathy quickly, again, 15 years in the game, finds herself in the corner looking for a refuge, but Sujin all over her like a monkey on a cupcake. Headbutt. Sujin with a crucifix powerbomb. Apathy is still not down though. Kick to the midsection. Apathy with another one. Trying for a powerbomb. Maybe not. Gets her in the corner. It's going to be a snake eyes for Sujin. Oh, look at. I don't know if you can really tell. Sujin's face, guys, is deeply bruised, starting to swell. Potentially a black eye, maybe from that big boot Apathy hit her with. Sujin might have to live to fight another day here. But Apathy's letting her go nowhere, knocks her off the apron down to the floor. We might need to get some more help out here for Sujin at this rate. Apathy is on a warpath. Look at almost daring Sujin to get back up. Almost telling Sujin, here's your chance, prove your might. Get back up if you can, guys. And I don't think Sujin can. No, Sujin is back to her feet. She is not retreating. And off the rope she goes. Big clothesline. Holy shit. Sujin does not know the meaning of the word quit, apparently. And here it comes! Here it comes! Drop the leg, brother! No, Apathy says not again. Irish whip. Out on the apron, hangs on for dear life, but Sujin looking to send her packing. Holy shit, sunset flip powerbomb down to the floor. Fight forever is what I'm thinking. And these two just might by the look of it. Sujin, what is she thinking now? No way. To the top. Holy shit. An inverted 450 splash. Looks to immediately follow it up. But Apathy takes her down. Big punches here. Sujin's face looks like she's been hit with a frying pan. Tries to get behind Apathy. Lying in with that elbow, though. European uppercut right to the back of the head. Tying up Apathy's legs, trying to take out her base, keep her down. Not going to be getting back up. Both of her kneecaps are shattered. Sujin now with a shining wizard with Apathy. Still not done in. Gonna close in with a superwoman punch. And with Sujin seeing stars, Apathy wants everyone to see this. Everyone to get a clear look as she throws Sujin back into the ring. Apathy taking her time, going for that triangle choke again. Took too much time though. And now Sujin gonna drop the leg. Another leg drop. Another one? What is she doing? Gonna try to snap Apathy in half. Bow tie back. Breaker being applied right here by Sujin, but Apathy able to roll off of Sujin's knees. Get yeeted. No, Sujin! Apathy thought she hit it. Sujin was able to roll through though. And Apathy on spaghetti legs misses the headbutt, makes up for it. Another leg drop! No, Apathy! Says one is just enough for me, and holy shit. Just stomped Sujin into another dimension. Now trapped in the corner, but no, guys, this is unbelievable. How are both these women still standing? Again, just chunks her like it ain't no thing but a chicken wang. These two legitimately might fight forever. We might have to get security out here. I was gonna say just let them fight. I think that's what Adam Valentine was thinking too. But they might legitimately take up all time tonight. Oh, or maybe not. There's the triangle choke again. Apathy. Gonna try to put Sujin to sleep. Gonna try to choke her out. Sujin. Sujin taps. Sujin taps. And Apathy is still not content. But Sujin. She did tap. She did tap out. But this is not a match. There was supposed to be Sujin and Selena Satoru one-on-one here tonight, but Apathy attacked Satoru. Came out here, these two started brawling. Donation to the Break Your Neck Foundation. What is going on? Dragging Apathy by arm and leg away from the ropes. Not that it would matter. She's got her in that bow tie backbreaker submission once again. Oh, look at how she's popping Apathy. Apathy taps! Now they've both tapped to each other. But again, I reiterate, this is not a match. This is wholly unsanctioned. If it were a match, it would be over by now. At least I would think so. No, not another leg drop. Another thunderous leg drop. And finally, Sujin is able to keep Apathy down, bro. That was unreal. But it's not like Sujin herself is in any sort of condition to celebrate this, if you can call it victory. Survived, I suppose. Somebody get Sujin an ice pack, maybe two of them. I think she has two black eyes. Might be the least of her worries, though.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. At the top.
Well, coming up next, my friends, here on Shockwave number 165, the global champion Ahmed has requested some time on the mic to address Cam Harris and what's been going down these last couple of weeks. I mean, Cam Harris first attacked Rico Matos with that ladder. Then last Shockwave, he took out Romeo Stone, put him through a table, obviously trying to send a message to the global champion. Well, now the global champion is calling out Cam Harris to meet him face to face. Harris has forced Ahmed to respond, and now they're going face to face. Cam Harris wants a shot at the global championship, and it looks like Ahmed is keen on giving him one. At Climb to Fame, Ahmed says he's going to put the global championship on the line in a tables, ladders, and chairs match But Cam Harris is saying, why? Wait a minute. What? Ahmed has agreed. Do we have a global championship match right now? Are you kidding me? Okay, this is happening. Is this how they do it here on Shockwave? Well, forget about Climb to Fame. We have got ourselves a global championship match right here, right now. Cam Harris challenging the Egyptian Dominator. Harris said, let's do it at Climb to Fame. Ahmed said, let's make it tables, ladders, and chairs. But then Harris said, forget all that. How about right here tonight? Why wait another few days? Why do it in Paris, France? We can do it right here tonight. I can't believe this. Is this technically sanctioned? Did Adam Valentine give the green light? Well, it doesn't seem like these two would care anyhow. We've got a ref, so this match is on. And Ahmed, you can't say that he is not a fighting champion. I can't think of many champions that would agree to a championship match with literally no notice. Ahmed wasn't even supposed to have a match at all here tonight. And Harris, ever since Ahmed defeated him last month, not only beat him, but remember, after the match ended, Ahmed put him in the Cairo clutch and did not let go. He had Cam Harris in that Cairo clutch for a good few minutes. And we thought Harris was going to be out of action for what I was told by the medical team at least a couple weeks, but he came back the following Shockwave and attacked Ahmed, laid him out with his own global championship. But again, these last couple weeks, Harris has been like a man unhinged. I've never seen Cam Harris like this before. He took out Rico Matos with that ladder. Last Shockwave, he put Romeo Stone through the table, all to get Ahmed's attention, force him to respond. Well, now he has, and here we are. Global championship match out of nowhere here on Shockwave, number 165. I'm here for it, though. I agree. Why wait until this weekend? Oh, and this is vintage Cam Harris, guys. The People's Moonsault. He's a former global champion, and he might become a two-time global champion here tonight, but Ahmed kicks out. This is Ahmed's first defense of the global championship. He won it at Final Stand, defeating Chris Diamond, but it might just be Cam Harris's destiny to become champion again. 1, 2, but a kick out. Still too strong is Ahmed to be put down quite so early. But the Sin City Savior comes out of that corner like a speeding bullet. Blockbuster, keeping the pressure on the neck of the defending champion. Yes, you are hearing that correctly. Global championship on the line in this match. Ahmed with a gut wrench powerbomb in the pin to retain with a kick out at 2. Now look at the Egyptian Destroyer stomping his feet, marking his territory as he lifts up Harris, walks him all the way across the ring to give him the snake eyes. Well, we know Cam Harris's weakness, guys. Got to be that back. And if Ahmed can lock in the Cairo clutch again, all of Harris's hard work over these last few weeks will be up in smoke from the top. Ahmed comes down across Harris's chest with a knee. And going to continue, to target that back. Man, not once, not twice, but 3 backbreakers. And Harris in so much pain right now. Ahmed going to try to finish him off right now. 1, 2, but a kick out. Harris trying to avoid that Cairo clutch like it's the Black Plague, and it might as well be. Gets himself in the corner. Unfortunately, that might be right where Ahmed wants him. Harris able to escape with an elbow. Tries for an Irish whip. Ahmed reverses. Out onto the apron. Goes the challenge of big punches here. Trying to knock him down to the outside. And keep in mind, champion's advantage in effect. Oh my God. No. The back of Cam Harris. Dropped on the apron. Follows up the fullplex. You gotta be kidding me. The referee might have to stop this match before Cam Harris gets paralyzed at the hands of the Egyptian Destroyer. But again, the champion's advantage. I don't know technically what kind of match this is. So do they have it to the count of 10 or to the count of 20? We might be about to find out. Ahmed toying with Cam Harris. Messing around and having fun. Playing with his food is the Egyptian Destroyer. But Ahmed with an elbow to the side of the head. Unable to see that coming. Harris going to throw him back toward the ring. Harris to break that count, though. Cannot win the championship by countout. Only by pinfall or submission in the ring can Cam Harris walk out of here tonight as the new global champion. Guys, can Ahmed get back up? Ahmed, I don't think can get back up. And Cam Harris technically defeats the champion, but by countout, which means he does not win the championship. And this impromptu global championship match comes to an abrupt end as Cam Harris does defeat Ahmed, but does not win the championship. And, well, maybe we'll get a rematch after all at Climb to Fame, as it was supposed to be a tables, ladders, and chairs match. But these two impatient men didn't want to wait. Unfortunately, I don't think this is the result either man was looking for. Maybe Ahmed knew he couldn't beat Cam Harris, maybe not. One way or the other, Cam Harris is victorious tonight. But it's not a victory. He's really going to be celebrating because he wants the global championship.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor.
CMV Universe! The Climb to Fame show is approaching us. And, people, this road to Climb to Fame has been interesting. So, Emmett, you set a bounty on my head for 100 grand. First of all, I know I'm worth way more than that. Second, you thought I wasn't prepared for the match against the Bromancer? See, Emmett, before the match happened, I've been going through the roster for a partner, and what I've quickly found out, it's much easier to find someone that dislikes you as much as me than it is to find someone that likes me. Diamanta. Folks, for those that don't know, after our match, Emmett jibbed me and Diamante of 100k each. Emma, not only am I coming for your belts, eventually, I'm coming for your money. Run them pockets. Shit, I might take your money tonight after the tag match. Diamante, Matthews, Quantum, and we're all gonna get 100k richer. You can't hide behind the JV Enterprise and Brian. Each and every one of you, sons of bitches, are gonna take a trip to Powerbomb City. Population, you bitch! Oh, and Emmett, there is gonna be a road feed for that trip. My 100,000 motherfucker!
Alan Montoya speaking his mind ahead of our main event here tonight, that huge 8-man tag team matchup, and obviously ahead of the Climb to Fame contract ladder match this weekend in Paris, France. But guys, we still got a lot to look forward to here tonight. Even before that 8-man tag team matchup in our main event, and up next, the Arsenal of Tailco Val, still technically undefeated here in CMV. Actually, they have quite a unique record. This is their 4th match here tonight. They won their debut by a countout. They won their 2nd match the traditional style. And then, of course, their match against Nathan White and Brian Dynamic in Tokyo, Japan ended in a draw. hopefully they get a better outcome tonight as they're set to take on split decision, the twins, Kane and Abel O'Reilly. Sally Reeves helping Sebastian Monet into the ring. I, for one, definitely hope we get a rematch between the Arsenal and Tilco Val and Nathan White and Brian Dynamic sooner rather than later. Well, that's if Brian Dynamic doesn't decide to take up Pat LaFave on his offer to join Cerberus, though, and leave Nathan White high and dry. Well, this is the tag team debut of the twins, Kane and Abel. As we didn't even know that they were twins at first. Just ask Diamante, who's been dealing with these two since the start of the new season. But I am very interested to see what they can do in an actual tag team matchup. Can't really put that twin magic, if you will, to use when their opponents are actually, ready and prepared for there to be two of them. But again, are there triplets? Diamante waking up from a sweat in the middle of the night, believing so. That there is Abel in the white, Kane in the black. Hopefully we won't get a split decision. Oh. What just happened? What? This is a new one. This is a new one. Something's going on with the canvas. On the ref. The canvas has evidently become transparent since the last match. Okay, that might cause a little bit of a problem. Oh no. Okay. To figure out what's going on. Just give us a couple of minutes here, and might have to replace the canvas real quick.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. At the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never drain in my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it rain. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. Yeah, used to wear the cheap stuff, now it's all designer. Got him wrapped around my little finger.
Okay, my friends, we are good to go now. Turns out the Bromancers accidentally spilled some of their baby oil in the ring during their match against Cerberus at the top of the show. That was the problem. We got it cleaned up, though, and everything is all right now. This match can continue normally, hopefully anyway, barring any further interruptions. Bromancers really got to start making sure they put the cap back on that baby oil bottle. It causes a lot of problems But indeed, the arsenal of tailcoat Val. Oh! Kane O'Reilly gouging the eyes of Sally Rico. We worked hard to make sure this matchup actually gets underway. And here's Kane trying to end it by disqualification 10 seconds later. Now a tag to Sebastian Monet. That's definitely a clip, though, for the next installment of, what's that video called? Maury made? CMB-ish or something. It definitely belongs up there with Azrael's Dungeon and the rest, though. As we get some teamwork by the arsenal of Tailcoat Val. Val herself... Now I'm going to have an aneurysm. Val herself has still remained not only unseen but unheard from in well over a year. But as I was saying last time we saw the Arsenal in action, the fact that the Arsenal has returned to CMV tells me that Val is planning something in the shadows, as always, pulling those strings. What is it going to lead to? Obviously, I could not fathom to guess. When it comes to Tailcoat Val, could be anything. Oh, look at this. Sally Reed getting pulled up by Kane. Can't keep that locked in, though. Get disqualified. Nice shot of Abel's ass. This is not where Reeve wants to be. Kane going to make a tag to his twin brother, Abel. Split decision in their tag team debut. Trying to take out Reeve. Pulling him into a Northern Lights suplex. I love what I'm seeing so far. Nice split decision. Trying to hand the Arsenal their first loss here in CMV. Very, very slowly pulling him up to his feet. Ooh, missed that. Whatever he was going for. Reeve with the quick thinking gets him into the corner. Going to try to make a tag perhaps to Sebastian Monet. Yes, indeed. But guys, I can confirm now. Heard from Adam Valentine before this matchup got underway. It is confirmed for this weekend in Paris, France at Climb to Fame, a rematch between Cam Harris and Ahmed for the Global Championship. And it will indeed be tables, ladders, and chairs. Technically, Cam Harris and Ahmed are now 1-1. So a little bit of a tiebreaker. We'll see who's going to walk out of Patty France with the Global Championship in one hand and a baguette in the other. Take to the midsection by Monet. Very slender, which often benefits and puts those long legs of his to good use, as we see right there with that leg drop. And an elbow drop, just dropping a whole hell of a lot. Here's Monet, who now looks to try and get Abel to the corner. Counter of the Irish Whip. So my friends, still to come here tonight. It's going to be Anarchy Rules as the Zero-G champion Madison Quinn stands as the final hurdle for Brina Storey to try and get over before Climb to Fame this weekend. And of course, the 3 stages of Hell match against Danielle Davis for the Divine Championship. And also our main event, 8-man tag team action, as we will see JV Enterprises, Brian Dynamic and Quran Cook take on the team of Diamante, Alan Montoya, Reese Matthews, and Quantum. Right now, Monet has really turned things around for the Arsenal, though, as he goes out onto the apron to give a back suplex onto the apron to Kane O'Reilly. Be weary of Abel, though. Up there on the apron. Watching closely. Monet back into the ring. Going to mock Kane O'Reilly from afar before taking a swipe at Abel. Just gaining a chance to get back into the ring, though, while Abel now, in turn, talks a little bit of shit to Sebastian Monet. Fujiwara armbar not locked in for all too long. There's those long legs again. Helping out Monet as he escapes that Fujiwara armbar. But still gets put into the corner. Tag made to Abel. Through the ropes. The knee to the side of the head. Kane now going to throw him right into a... It's like padded Kula, leaving Monet exposed to eat that super kick. Amazing. It's humored by the twins. Abel. And the sparkling white goes up top with a cross body. Monet knows that he's in a world of trouble right now, tries to make a tag, but he's a long way from home, and Abel's trying to keep him right where he is, counter on the Irish whip. Again, though, not something Monet can keep up lest he want to get disqualified. Decides to make a smart tag to Sally Reeve. He goes full steam ahead, but gets caught, rolled up. Spider pin by Abel O'Reilly. But unfortunately for him, does not even produce a 1 count. Tries to go low, Pele kick. Tag made to Kane. Tries to keep up the pressure. Walks right into a little bit of a revenge, though. Sally Reeve, a low-key Bloody Brit fan. Targets the knee of Kane. Hobbling out of the corner. Sally tells Sebastian, watch out! As he hits that springboard back elbow. Trying to keep him here in the corner, but Kane is keen on getting the hell out of there. Too fast. Tombstone pile driver from Kane O'Reilly. Certainly just turned things up a notch in the blink of an eye, but Sally Reeves got himself a thick neck. Able to endure that tombstone pile driver. Flip-flopping him in the corner, though. Kane's not going to have any of that. Look how... My man got knocked out cold, but luckily his twin brother is there to break up the pin. Otherwise, it might have been night-night for Kane O'Reilly, who now gets sent into the corner. With a tag. Sent out out of the ring, down onto the floor. Reed going to show us his impeccable dance moves before taking out Abel, while Sebastian Monet keeps on top of Kane O'Reilly out there at ringside. Belly to belly slam! Where the hell is Reed going? It's like Sally Reeves coming to join the fun over here. Monet doing the dirty work. Now Reed gonna capitalize, stiff kick to the middle of the back. Big splash, immediately follows it up. Referee at a count of 5. Sally Reed gonna try to get him back into the ring, but counters. Kane back into the ring, Sally Reed right behind him, count of 7. German suplex. Kane knows he needs a tag in a bad way. In comes Abel. Sally Reed lying in wait for him. Gets scooped up. And I hope nobody had a heavy lunch. Well, Joey Bacon probably did. He has a heavy lunch every single day, though. And Kane gets tagged right back in. Tag also made to Sebastian Monet. Kane gonna work quick to take off that top turnbuckle cover. Referee has not seen it as Kane able to take Monet off his feet. Monet planting those kicks. Trying to give Kane O'Reilly a Charlie horse. Oh, ref has seen the exposed turnbuckle now. Not going to give the O'Reilly twins a chance to utilize it. Here again we see Kane apply that elevated Cobra clutch. Not something you can actually win the match with, though. Is able to get him into the corner now that the turnbuckle has been put back on by the referee. Tag to Abel. Split decision. Working together to try and take out Sebastian Monet, but there's Sally Reed in his suspenders in to break up the pin. Those are some nice suspenders. As somebody who wears suspenders, you gotta ask Sally where he got those. Oh, God! Well, nobody's gonna be asking Monet much of anything, I don't think, anytime soon after eating that knee. Does kick out. Not really gonna help him out. He's gotta eat his meals for the next few days through a straw. And I'd say he needs to tag to Sally Reeves like yesterday. Might be exactly what he's looking for as he sends Abel into the corner. Tries to make a tag. Oh, able to avoid. It's caught with a poison Rana. Foolish move by Abel O'Reilly, allowing Sebastian Monet to make that tag. Although it might be up to Sally Reeves at this point. Monet just fell down to the floor. I don't know if he's getting back up. Abel with a gorgeous slingshot and cross-body attempt. Does not bear fruit. Going for a power bomb. Oh. Gonna drop Sally Reeves. Chest first across that top rope. I'm sure that undershirt Sally Reeves wearing undoubtedly Egyptian cotton. Here again, the O'Reilly twins with that neck breaker middle of the ring. Hook of the leg, but Monet is back in time to make the save. Good tag team action here. Loving what I'm seeing from the twins, the terrible, terrible twins. Well, at least Kane O'Reilly is pretty damn terrible. Abel seems like a half good guy. Body splash, but Brina to get the knees up. Charge him. Got him with the leg lariat. I don't know if this is very smart to be tagging Monet back in. But then again, what do I know? Oh, could be wrong. Monet coming in hot. They busted Abel open. Abel bleeding off that boot. Not trying to let him go anywhere. Oh, the splits. Got him by the arms. We try to lock him in some sort of submission. Abel is not interested. Goes right up to that middle rope. Abel O'Reilly with a double axe handle. Follows up with a springboard moonsault. Damn, my man going off right now. Quite a combo. And now going to flick his blood down on him there. That's just unsanitary. That's just nasty. And Monet definitely not a fan of it. Can't seem to do much about it. Abel putting a lid on him. Monet with an Irish whip. And the corner tag to Sally Reeves. See that Meteora once more. Oh, not the flash. That's vintage Jacob Ziegler right there. What a shout out. Sally Reeves knows ball. Trying to get him into that corner. With a very overcomplicated vertical suplex. Allows him to make the tag to Kane. Things have definitely slowed down at this point. Both these teams exhausted, I'm sure. Sally Reeves going to try to get him with the surprise small package. And it's a kick out at 2. Last ditch effort there by Sally Reeves. Does not pay off for him though. I think outside the box, Irish whip. There he goes into the corner. Elbow to the side of the head. Ringing his bell. He gets him into the corner. He's trying to go for her. But Kane wants none of it. Bulldog. Arsenal of Choco Val trying to keep their impeccable record. 1 countout win, 1 pinfall win, and a draw in Tokyo, Japan. They don't want to add a loss to that. Figure 4, wait a minute, no, figure 8, as a matter of fact. Locked in here by Sebastian Monet. Again, so expertly uses those long legs of his A little bit of help from Abel. Kane O'Reilly is able to get out of it. Dodge. Not fast enough to capitalize on it, though. Gonna try for a pin after that brainbuster. Desperation seeping in. It almost pays off. See, Kane O'Reilly's starting to get more and more frustrated. Well, who can blame him? Can't seem to find a way to keep the Arsenal and Tailcoat Val down for the count in this dang old match. The tag to Abel. Split decision. Oh! Bracken Monet's skull wide open. There's that Northern Light suplex again. Bridge to pin. Nearly the entire left side of Abel O'Reilly's face covered in blood and bruised up, and he's able to Koji clutch. Koji clutch is locked in. Sally Reed is there to break it up. Look at Abel just ignores him, says, to hell with you. Time to seal the deal, but no, maybe go for a Death Valley driver, I think. Monet now with a desperate pin attempt. His desperation does not pay off. It does make the tag to Sally Reeve. Can Sally turn things around and keep the Arsenal undefeated? Whoop. A little premature on that charge attempt. Not the first time Sally Reeve's been premature, I'm sure. He's able to reverse that out of his whip, though. Back elbow. And Enziguri has him tumbling out of the corner. Tags Monet back in. Split decision. The Arsenal of Tailcoat Val having themselves a tag team banger here. Arsenal obviously wanting to remain undefeated, while the terrible O'Reilly twins want to pick up their first tag victory. Excitement, that's just the rest of the tag division here in CMV. There are new players on the block. Quickly caught, middle of the ring, and finally it's enough for the O'Reilly twins to pick up the win against the Arsenal, who don't look happy with the result here. Oh, but wait a minute. Hang on a second, it's Team Luger. Casey Kaplan and Aaron Aronson, who appear to be mocking the Arsenal of Tailcoat Val for their loss here tonight. Sebastian Monet running his mouth, telling Team Luger to come down to the ring and say that to their faces, but it seems like Casey Kaplan and Aaron Aronson are content to let their opinions be heard from afar, at least for tonight. As if the loss wasn't enough. Salt in the wound, courtesy of Team Luger. What was that camera work? Cameraman here on Shockwave trying to get himself an Oscar or something.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. At the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never drain in my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it rain. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. Yeah, used to wear the cheap stuff, now it's all designer. Got him wrapped around my little finger. He let the way I pop it like a can of fizz. Told him if he want this, better know the business. I'm not his wifey, I'm his fantasy. Living life in first class, can't you see? Look at me, said my attitude is kinda spicy. I told him that's the price, boy, ain't it pricey? It is. Stepping out the truck with the pink lip gloss. So them girls how to play like a real big boss. He tryna lock it down, but I love my space. Leaving lipstick marks on his regular plates. Pink neon lights, yeah, we glow in the dark. Got the motor running, boy, I'm starting to spark. They can try to clone, but I'm
And up next, my fine feathered friends, we are all about to be truly blessed because the divine champion, Danielle Davis, is here and set for action. What a treat. As her #1 contender, and the woman she will meet this weekend in Paris, France, in a 3 stages of hell match, Brina Storey, later on tonight, will take on Madison Quinn in an Anarchy Rules match. Danielle Davis also in search of that last little bit of momentum before making her way to Paris, France this weekend to defend that Divine Championship, hopefully for the last time, against Brina Storey. And then Danielle Davis can at last move on to bigger and better things. But it's the Divine's opponent here tonight, guys, who has quite an opportunity fallen into her lap. For the young Denova, a win against the Divine Danielle Davis could potentially alter the trajectory of her career here on Shockwave. So far, Denova is undefeated. 2 wins under her belt. Will the third be just about the biggest possible? That's what we're about to find out. It really is a shame that a divine being such as Danielle Davis is going to have to be forced to walk through hell this weekend at Climb to Fame, but that's what she must do to at last get rid of this annoying thorn in her side known as Brina Storey. Like everything Danielle Davis has done for months on end, putting Brina Storey on the shelf, beating her not once but twice with the Divine Championship on the line. Brina Storey, like a annoying gnat, has not stopped buzzing around Danielle Davis, and well, now she's got one last opportunity. It's all or nothing for Brina Storey this weekend in Paris. 3 stages of hell for the Divine Championship. But it might be heaven tonight for Denova. I have a feeling that this could be a great matchup. So here we go, non-title matchup, Denova against Danielle Davis. And look at this, our Divine and all of her infinite... Oh, well, never mind. Oh, and that really pissed Denova off, too. The cheeky Danielle Davis getting under Denova's skin before the bell even rings. Now, here we go. Denova undefeated. This win, like I said before, could rocket her up the rankings infinitely. Push into the corner to surprise him. We got a clean break. Cheap shot by our Divine. Denova deserves it, I'm sure. For what reason, I don't know, but I bet there's something. Again, Danielle Davis looking for that last little crumb of momentum before heading to Paris this weekend. Same thing Brina will be looking to do later on tonight, up against Madison Quinn in an Anarchy Rules match. If Brina Storey makes it to Climb to Fame in one piece, that will be impressive in and of itself. After all she's had to go through, admittedly. And again, if Quinn has her way in that Anarchy Rules match, it might in fact be the case that that 3 stages of hell match doesn't even end up happening. Might be a forfeit. Davis has been putting up roadblocks left and right, trying to stop Brina Storey. To Storey's credit, she's managed to endure this long. Nice way to finish across the finish line this weekend at Climb to Fame. Here's the big question right now. Danielle Davis is getting rocked by Denova. Jaw broken. A little dickish stomp to the ankle. Say what you will about the feigned handshake offer. Stomping on your opponent's ankle is, I would wager, more of an asshole move than that. What a super kick! Well, I just hope that Danielle Davis is not so consumed with Brina Storey and thinking about Climb to Fame this weekend that she's underestimating Denova. I feel like that feigned handshake offer might be a sign of that. Davis waiting very patiently for Denova to get to her feet here in the corner. And handspring splash puts her down. Gonna reset as the Divine Champion before ramming her hip right upside Denova's head. Irish whip on the rebound. Danielle Davis gonna go low. Woo! Pop up jab. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Caught her on the way down with the little 1-2 there. But Denova taking a little bit of a nap. Danielle Davis now going up to the top for a cross body. Things have definitely turned around. Denova was in control the first couple minutes of this matchup. I think it was just that anger driving her after the handshake offer was retracted by our Divine Champion. Ooh, looks like Davis might have landed bad in that knee. See, that's the thing about competing in a matchup so close to a Divine Championship defense. Danielle Davis could potentially suffer an injury. Keep our eyes on that knee. Denova certainly is. Davis doing a good job of keeping her at bay, though. And our Divine Champion trying to send Denova not back into the ring, instead into the corner in front of the steel steps. Here's a rolling thunder. Danielle Davis not a big gal, but all of her weight coming down on your ribs. You are going to feel it. And now both women down after that knee party for the Divine Champion. Will the It couple and CMV both be competing this weekend at Climb to Fame? We'll find out this upcoming episode of Octane, of course. Ben Stacy and Blake Birch competing for the final spot in the Climb to Fame contract ladder match. What do we got? Oh my God, 9. Holy shit, I didn't realize. Both women able to get back in the ring at 9. Oh, what a... Hey, speaking of Blake Virtue, come on now, Denova. The bicycle knee puts Davis down. Perfect setup for a spectacular frog splash from Denova into the pin, but it's a kick out at 2.5. So near a monumental victory this early into her career. Denova going to keep up the pressure with a rolling neck snap. Quick kick though, Davis proving dangerous even when she's on her back. D-Day! Grabs both legs for the pin. Denova kicks out at 2.5. What a matchup. Denova looking for refuge here in the corner, but Davis going to stay on top of her. Like white on rice, saying you're going nowhere, rookie. Too much time hot dogging though. And Denova, hinge, Hossa! What a knee! Hang on a second. Kick out by Davis. Damn, I hope my breath went there. Danielle Davis can't keep up with Denova. A couple of clotheslines. Able to catch that kick, sweeps her off her feet. Look, these fans are starting to rally behind Denova. As she lifts up the Divine Champion, crosses the arms. We're looking for straight jacket neckbreaker of some kind, but Davis with a few well-placed elbows. Shots to the midsection, forcing Denova to release the hold. Oh, come on. Come on. I'll even say this is too far, Danielle. Not that pile driver off the apron. She hit Brina Storey with that multiple times over the last couple months, trying to paralyze Brina Storey. And now trying to do the exact same thing to Denova here tonight. But Denova, oh, wow. The reflexes of our Divine Champion might just be unmatched here in CMV. Whirly bird head scissors. Denova doesn't know what's up and what's down right now. A great matchup, but Denova, guys, appears to be rocked. And Danielle Davis, another rolling thunder. Where should get her back into the ring, though? Trying to. Denova. Get back into the ring. Danielle Davis blowing her a kiss, saying, hey, I don't mind if you walk out. Take the count out loss. Save a little bit of your dignity. Where's that pop-up? More of a forearm from that angle, I could see. Rather than a jab, I thought it was before. Well, either way, Denova doesn't know where the hell she is right now. Getting slammed face first off the top turnbuckle isn't going to help. Davis tries to charge it over the side of the way. Then busted open. Denova busted open. But that is not stopping her. Denova with a powerbomb stacks her up. Wait a minute. Denova. Oh my God. She's not quitting though. Gonna go to the top rope, I think. Well, retro. Another frog splash. Too much time wasted. Danielle Davis gets up those knees. What a punch to the gut. Collar and elbow tie-up, jockeying for control. Look at Denova. Forcing the champion to rethink her approach here. Danielle Davis did not expect this, and I certainly did not either. Riding her up, what's this? 8-second ride. Denova hooks the leg. Oh my God. 2.999. Danielle Davis out of desperation hits that back elbow, last gasp from the Divine Champion, but it does not work. Davis, she's having none of it. Just immediately picks Denova up, drags her over to the ropes. Don't tell me she's going to do it again. No, Denova says, one pile driver off the apron is just enough for me. Thank you very much. But she is going to go to the outside with a moonsault. Takes out the Divine Champion. This has been a barn burner and a half. Denova. Rapid kicks to the face of Danielle Davis. Showing her own level of disrespect towards the champ. Oh, and now right into the side of the steel steps, ribs first. This is what I'm talking about, man. Danielle Davis risking an injury, no matter how small, that Brina Storey can capitalize on this weekend at Climb to Fame. You know Brina's watching right now, just as Danielle Davis will be watching, I'm sure, later on tonight. When Madison Quinn and Brina Storey had their match. What's this? What's this? Split-legged moonsault. This match has been off the wall. Danielle Davis caught her. Denova tried to avoid it, but got caught. Gets right back up, just throws out a clothesline. Oh no, Danielle Davis been busted open. Davis is bleeding. Shock and awe. Oh my God. But Denova gonna put the cherry on top. Waiting for Davis to get to her feet. Drop kick to the face of the Divine Champion. She's still not done. Davis doesn't know what planet she's on right now. Another drop kick. Denova can't be stopped. My God. 8-second ride. No way. 1, 2, 3, banger, banger! What a match and what a win for Denova! Bro, she said, let me throw everything at Danielle Davis here. Well, this was the last thing that Danielle Davis getting so close to climb to fame, but for Denova, this was a star-making performance. Just pinned the Divine Champion in her third match here in CMV. Gotta make sure that nose isn't broken. Danielle Davis might have to do the same. Early match of the year contender, I think.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. At the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it rain. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend.
Well, my friends, we just saw Denova pick up a massive win against the Divine Champion Danielle Davis. Now it's Phoebe Rose's turn to try and pick up a big win for herself here on Shockwave number 165. About to go one-on-one with a two-time Women's World Champion in Ruby Rattel. Still to come up next, our tertiary main event. Madison Quinn taking on Brina Storey in an Anarchy rules match. And I would imagine Brina Storey had a smile on her face watching Danielle Davis take that loss, but the smile might be wiped off by Madison Quinn if she's not careful. Could be a night of upsets. Ruby Rattel herself needs to be weary here and not make the same mistakes we just saw Danielle Davis make against Denova. Ruby Rattel could rest on her laurels if she wanted to at this point in her career. Two-time Women's World Champion, but I know that after how hard she worked to reclaim the Women's World Championship, to lose it in her very first defense, and to Isabella Almos of all people, eats away at Ruby Rattel. She is eager to become a world champion once again. Or maybe instead of the Women's World Championship, the Divine Championship could soon find its home around the waist of Ruby Rattel. Alexia Diamond and Sapphire Stevenson, of course, in her corner. Picked up a win on a recent live event, these three, trios action. Time to forget about the past and only focus on the future. This could be a huge season for the Uncut Gems. So it's Phoebe Rose, Ruby Rattel, one-on-one. Obviously, Phoebe Rose, guys, going to enjoy, I would imagine, a considerable strength advantage against Ruby Rattel. She's got the speed, though, as we see here, not to mention the veteran instincts. Booty weight, alongside Amber Briggs, coming up short in the second annual Women's Tag Team Cup, so Rose is definitely eager to bounce back with what will be a big win, a cheap shot right there to Ruby Rattel. Well, they're going to give it right back to her. Full steam ahead, but that forearm smash knocks her down. Ooh, pops right back up, though. Or that barrel roll she was looking for. Inverted atomic drop. Big boot right between the eyes and a senton while she's at it. And Alexia Diamond cringe. Happy that she's not on the receiving end of it. Okay, Danielle Davis. Ruby Rattel saw her doing the last match. She said, wait a minute. Kind of liking that. Phoebe Rose is certainly not. Definitely not liking these knees upside the head. This weekend, my friends, we are in Paris, France for the first time since Ascendance 10. And of course, seeing the old heads will remember Johnny Cloudcutter defeated Dante Tatum in an exposed boards match in the main event. We'll climb to fame. What a show it's going to be. 4 World Championship matches. As of course we now know Remy Martin will challenge Fidel de la Rosa for the CMV Championship inside of a steel cage. Cam Harris will challenge Ahmed for the Global Championship in a tables, ladders, and chairs match. Thea, in her home country, challenges Isabella Almas for the Women's World Championship, and it's going to be 3 stages of hell in the main event as Brina Storey challenges Danielle Davis for the Divine Championship. And also, of course, the Climb to Fame contract ladder match. 8 men, 1 opportunity to leave Paris with that contract. They can cash in anytime they want for a World Championship match. Oh, quick evasion right there by Ruby Rattel. Oh, what a kick right there. Damn. Had a lot of spunk behind it. Targeting the knees of Rose, trying to chop away at the base of the bigger gal. Senton again. This time, Ruby Rattel knew it was coming. Dragged off into the corner. Elbow from Rose. Able to sneak that in. Oh boy, the booty weight. Maybe going for the mommy mustard. Rattel done her homework. The 2-time Women's World Champion on their forearm. And a very hated blade tightening, well, attempted hated blade tightening running knee. Oh no, Phoebe! Gonna turn her inside out, hitting that Z-spot. Oh my God, who remembers the one and only Dominico Jacarzi? I know Bateman does. Ruby Rattel trying to remember what she had for breakfast after getting hit with that. Kicks out though, but Rose trying to stay on top of the veteran. Whoa, avoids that punch. And now look at Ruby trying to intimidate Phoebe Rose. I don't know that it's going to work very much, however. Drop down. Oh, there's that pop-up forearm smash. Woo! Tries to keep her footing this, Phoebe, but goes down hard. And now a DDT on the apron. That's going to draw blood. The booty weight. Leading as Ruby goes all the way to the top for a double moonsault, so that would have tracked every single ring in Phoebe's body. She avoids it just barely. Oh, and now an Enziguri puts her down. Stomped in the ankle. What's with the ankle stomps tonight? Oh, man. Power bomb. Oh, back at Ruby's head, guys. Man, hit that exposed concrete. I couldn't really tell from the angle. But Ruby looks to be dazed. This could be Phoebe's chance if she capitalizes soon enough. Oh, but does not. And Ruby with a knee followed up by such a fast springboard moonsault. Truly blink and you miss it. The kick out at 1. Ruby done playing around with the booty weight. Forearm right to the base of her skull. And that's going to have Rose seeing the Tweety Birds. Vintage Rattel. But not going to go for the hit. Hey, what's happening here? Hang on a second. Well, it looks like a photographer wants to get a picture of the two-time women's world champion. What an opportunity. Smile, Ruby. Oh, no, the flash was on. Ruby Rattel's been blinded, and Phoebe Rose takes out the ref. This one is becoming unglued very quickly. Suicide dive for the booty weight. Oh, I can't wait to see that picture on the cover of the next CMV magazine. Maybe not the best time. Let's just hope our referee's gonna be okay. He's back up. As Rattel just gotta blink a few times. Trying to stop Rose's head in. I'm gonna try to kill her, Ruby. God. That wasn't Phoebe's fault. Stop the arm. Rose gonna get back into the ring. Or not. Gonna go up to the top. That is a big gal. Drop it on ya. Our students are like to the dive again. Like, damn. There's that senton again. Rose is destroying Ruby Rattel right now. Backstabber! Deconstructing the two-time women's world champion who might still not be able to see right now. Gets her back into the ring, shoots the half, hooks the leg. It's a kick out of two, simply taking too much time to actually pin her. Well, it might not matter, guys. Ruby is in La La Land, and Phoebe Rose fixing to keep her there, I think. Rear naked choke. Has Ruby Rattel caught. She's near the ropes. Can she reach? Just reach, Ruby. They're too far, though. She can't. Gotta break out. Gotta break out. And she does. Ruby Rattel keeps her head above the water, barely. Oh, and a punch in the gut. Kind of no energy left. And another rendition of the Z-spot. Right in front of the gal. Stacks her up. 1, 2. Look at Phoebe said, But Ruby with a desperate kick to the gut. Another, a stomp to the foot, a knee to the face. This is why she is a two-time women's world champion. Finally able to see clearly. Ruby Rattel exhausted, the shoulder slumped. Where did Phoebe come from? DDT. Call it a knee bar. Now Phoebe's got a knee bar. Ruby's knee is gonna snap. Tap, Ruby, tap. Oh, look at the angle. No, Ruby Rattel will not tap out. Phoebe Rose releases the knee bar. But now Ruby Rattel blinded, hobbling on one leg. It's in rough shape. And inverted atomic drop. Here comes that big boot. Here comes that senton. Irish whip off the rope. Snap! Power slam. This is getting a little bit hard to watch now. Well, it might be over in a very short 3 seconds. Boot between the eyes. But Phoebe Rose gonna make sure Ruby Rattel is done in. What is with these new gals, man? Murking the veterans tonight. A third Z-spot from the booty weight. Count to 1,000. This one's over. Holy shit. Another certified banger here tonight, and yet another rookie defeating a veteran. That really has been the overarching theme of this new season so far. truly the case here tonight. Ruby Ritzel needs to get some help, though. Phoebe Rose picking up her biggest win yet here in CMV. Somebody get Ruby Ritzel some milk. That's still funny. What a funny meme.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moon.
And it's our tertiary main event here on Shockwave number 165, my friends. With still to come, Madison, Quinn, Brina, Storey, Anarchy Rules, and our main event. Huge 8-man tag team matchup. But up first, we got ourselves a rematch from last episode of Shockwave as the Pro Wrestling Japan Tag Team Champions Toxic Company have challenged Skybound to meet them once again, but this time, Tornado Tag Rules. And I don't know if this is necessarily, well, look, nobody ever accused Toxic Company of being smart. But I would say this is kind of foolish to do, considering they are less than a week away from their ladder match with Hayne at Climb to Fame for the PWJ Tag Team titles. But who am I to say, I guess? Skybound upsetting the new PWJ Tag Team Champions last Shockwave. And I mean literally upsetting them. They didn't just beat them. Terry and Dallas were more pissed than they typically are, which led them to make the challenge. And Skybound more than happy to take them up on the offer. But look at this, we're going to have ourselves a peanut gallery for this match. The hottest and most exciting tag team in all of CMV. Owen O'Rourke and Roderick Devaney going to pop a couple of squats at ringside and watch this match up close and personal. Well, guys, for Skybound, already may have set themselves up for a future championship opportunity, defeating Toxic Company last Shockwave. If they can do so again here tonight, I'd say most definitely they might be awaiting the winners of that ladder match post-Climb to Fame. So it's Tornado Tag Rules, just as it will be in Paris in that ladder match when Hayne challenged Toxic Company for the PWJ Tag Team Championship. But obviously, in that match, you won't be able to win by pin or by submission, only by climbing the ladder and unhooking the titles as they hang high above the ring. This match can be won by pin or submission. And no countouts, no disqualifications, which tells me Hayne might not just be out here to watch this one. I guess we'll find out. Finally bring an end to this bad blood, been boiling over for months at this point between Toxic Company and Hayne. More often than not, Perry and Dallas have been getting the better of Owen O'Rourke and Roderick Devaney, but this weekend is when it's going to matter most. It's for all the marbles. It's when the lights will be on brightest. Can't decide who he wants to beat up more here. like he's going to go for Ace Mercer for now. Well, Jet Wilder, though, tries to make this one short and sweet, hitting Dallas for a kick out at 1. It's already been a good night for Brina Storey, guys. She got to watch Danielle Davis suffer that loss to hands of Nova earlier, but it can either get a lot better or much worse as she takes on Madison Quinn in an NFP rules match up next. And again, the question we'll have answered, will Brina Storey be making it to Climb to Fame this weekend in one piece or not? After the Zero-G champion's done with her. Well, so far, it seems like O'Rourke and Devaney are keen to just observe from ringside. Again, no disqualifications. And Jet Wilder's gotten himself a kendo stick. Looks like either O'Rourke or Devaney's put a steel chair into the ring, too. Big shots from terrible Terry. What's so terrible about it, I'd ask? Well, just about everything. I don't know if I can find a good thing to say about Terry, even if I tried. Oh, and look at Dallas taking a couple of seconds to tell Owen O'Rourke to suck it. He's got to stay focused. They got the upper hand right now. Terry tries that big boot of his. Uh-oh, but Ace Mercer's got the chair, throws it at Dallas's ass. Something tells me not the first time Dallas had a steel chair thrown at his ass. Plenty of other inanimate objects, I'm sure, as well. Boom slam onto the chair. And now Mercer goes over the top. O'Rourke and Devaney are loving it. Jet Wilder picking up something as well. He goes from the top too. Last thing Hayne wants is Toxic Company picking up any more momentum before this weekend. They would love to see Skybound win this match. Elbow to the side of the head. And Terry. I wonder if he's managed to find his clothes yet that Haynes stole from him in Tokyo. Still that I think is an all-time moment. Toxic Company winning the PWJ Tag Team titles, Storm Dallas is in his tiny letters. That really was. You just had to be. Roger Devaney, hello! Again, no disqualification, so I'm not sure what the referee and Owen O'Rourke were talking about over there. Dallas, though, stopping Ace Mercer dead in his tracks. Looks like he's going to try and apply a Boston Crab. Devaney has just put hands on Terry, slides him back into the ring. As Ace Mercer rolls up Dallas, tries for the pin. Dallas, no reverses it. Big boot there for Jet Wilder, breaks up the pin. I knew Hayne weren't going to be able to contain themselves. Steel chair to the dick. Right to the dick and balls, but a kick out before 1. Here comes Wilder with a nasty knee directly to the face. Honestly, would probably make Terry look better. Oh, what happened to Owen O'Rourke? Spine buster from Dallas into the pin. What are you doing, Ace? Roderick's getting worried. He's taking off the top purple cover now. What are you doing? I mean, this is basically a handicap match. Look, I don't like Toxic Company, but... Oh, the neutralizer! The Gotch-style pile driver from Ace Mercer to terrible Terry. Trying to drag away from the corner. Jet Wilder going up top. It's a 450 splash to Dallas. Big boot to Terry. By Terry to Ace Mercer. And he breaks up the pin. Jet Wilder right at it. Whoa! Pays for it. Running senton, definitely focusing on the ribs of Dallas's Jet Wilder. Now he's going to ringside. Gonna pick up that kendo stick he was using earlier. Ace Mercer, right to the Chrome Dome. Jet Wilder keeping Terry busy. 1, 2, there Skybound nearly doing it 2 weeks in a row. That was close as it gets right there. What's Owen O'Rourke out there at ringside shouting about? I like how they're just not going to move. Terry and Jet Wild are fighting right between Owen O'Rourke and Roderick Manny. We're comfortable here. Oh, going for Spinebuster. Dallas going for that Spinebuster, but Ace Mercer had it well scouted. And a DDT, no back body drop onto the chair. Oh, Robert's been thrown into the ring. What's happening? Leg drop misses. Into the corner. Trying to insecurity. Dallas keeps him back. Almost to the side of the head while Wilder is lining up his shot on Terrible Terry here. Into the pin. Why would Wilder break it up? He's like, no, we ain't done with these two punks yet. Ace Mercer saying, all right, then grabs the kendo stick. Whoa! Hurricane Rana. And a springboard moonsault to Terry. Skybound is having their way with the PWJ Tag Team Champions right now. A sledgehammer? What is this? Knocks his block off. What a kick. Terrible Terry's busy with Jet Wilder. What's going on at ringside? Ref! Oh, what happened? What the hell was that? Whose side are you on? Hayden? Who are you trying to help? Maybe, I guess, neither team. Springboard 450 into the pin. 1, 2, 3, Skybound! 2 weeks in a row have defeated Toxic Company. What a match, and man, Toxic Company, I tried to say so before the match started. This was not smart on their part, but nobody ever listens to me. And now Skybound have beaten the PWJ Tag Team Champions not once, but twice, as Haim watches on. Yeah, I'd say Haim were pretty instrumental in the outcome of this match. But it's this weekend, guys. Dallas is having none of it. This weekend, ladder match. The beef between Toxic Company and Haim will be settled once and for all. And it seems like Skybound are going to be waiting for the winners.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. On the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it rain. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me.
It is our co-main event. Up next here on Shockwave, number 165, my friends. And if you thought that last match got brutal at all, well, you're in for a rude awakening. Because it is Anarchy Rules. As the Zero-G champion Madison Quinn guys acting as the final barrier between Brina Storey and Climb to Fame this weekend. One last attempt by the divine Danielle Davis to ensure that Brina Storey does not make it to Paris in one piece. Of course, we saw earlier tonight a fantastic match between Denova and Danielle Davis, which saw Denova shockingly defeat the Divine Champion, something I'm sure put a smile on Brina's face. But that smile will only get bigger if she can at last deal with Divine's right-hand woman, the Zero-G champion, Madison Quinn, who last Shockwave tried to make sure that Brina Storey did not even make it to this match. Forget about Climb to Fame. Jumping Storey after her victory against Amber Briggs, but despite that, guys, Storey ended up getting the better of Madison Quinn, sent her running with her tail tucked between her legs. But there will be no running tonight. Anarchy rules, and anything goes. Couldn't pay me $1 million to face Madison Quinn in an Anarchy rules match. I'd probably do it for $1 million. But I'd also probably just lay down. Which is the last thing Brina Storey is going to do tonight. Because, guys, it's Madison Quinn who has really been the deciding factor the first two times Brina Storey challenged Danielle Davis for the Divine Championship. Madison Quinn was at ringside, getting involved, distracting Brina Storey, even going so far as to attack her during those matches. And that was kind of the deciding factor both times that allowed Danielle Davis to retain the Divine Championship against Brina Storey. This weekend, it is do or die. One last chance, guys. 3 stages of hell, and of course, the stages will be picked by Danielle Davis. So obviously, Brina Storey not walking into Climb to Fame with any sort of advantage. Looking to at least make sure she shows up in Paris with some momentum on her side. Referee rings the bell. Anarchy rules. Zero-G Championship not on the line. That's not the title Brina Storey is looking to walk away with. Early on, having Madison Quinn rocked. Didn't really have the distance judged well. I like how Madison just patiently waits for her to get up. Let's try. Oh, our main event, guys, coming up next. 8-man tag team action. But right now, Brina Storey trying to end this story, this months-long rivalry between herself and Danielle Davis that started when, of course, Danielle Davis donned the infamous pink hoodie, attacked Brina Storey in England, cost her the finals of the Queen of the Ring tournament. Brina Storey did manage to defeat Danielle Davis in that street fight at Validation, I believe it was. Correct me if I'm wrong, vintage dashing memory. But ever since, it's been Danielle Davis who has consistently gotten the better of Brina Storey. But Storey, to her credit, has not backed down, has not quit for even a moment along the way, when there's a lot of times others probably would have in her position. Not Brina Storey. She managed to get herself this last opportunity, guys. If she can't beat Danielle Davis this weekend at Climb to Fame in the 3 stages of Hell match, she cannot challenge for the Divine Championship again so long as Danielle Davis has the title. And right now, Madison Quinn has the upper hand. She's doing mean dogging the referee for her. Going into the ring, grabbing a ladder. Gonna set it up, it looks like, but hello! Between the ring apron and the announce desk. Oh, a little bit of a stalemate. That's bad luck. Brina Storey, the last thing you would need is some bad luck, potentially. Look at that. Madison Quinn unable to catch her. Brina going up to the top, though. Referee trying to get herself some bad luck, too. From way up top, arm drag turns the Zero-G champion inside out. Kick right to the side of the head. Quinn, get yourself back up. Tries for a stop. Brina. It's not a gal you can keep down for long. Oh! She was very lucky. Oh, Brina's Storey is not, on the other hand, set up on top of this ladder bridge. But Brina able to roll off it before Madison gets any bright ideas. Down out head first into the steel ring post. Madison obviously enjoying a much slower pace, more methodical. Brina Storey trying to keep things at 1,000,000 miles a minute. Into the announce table, then into the ladder bridge. And again, Madison Quinn slammed face first into the steel. Oh my God, snake eyes off the ladder bridge. Brina Storey, I love it. This is what she's been missing. I think this is what Brina's been lacking. Barbed wire baseball bat. Oh, right over Madison's head. Now I don't even think Madison deserves that. Wow, it's a 1 count. Okay, Madison. Madison to sneak a punch to the gut in there. Got something planned for that ladder bridge. Brina wants none of it. Gonna take Madison Quinn on a trip. Round and round, face first, almost on top of that barbed wire wrap baseball bat. Couple of inches might have been much worse, but the Zero-G champion able to kick out. Brina though standing, corkscrew moonsault into the pin. Sort of a mini monumental moonsault. Madison Quinn managing to counter the Irish whip. There goes Brina, chest first into the ladder bridge, but doing a very good job of making sure that Quinn can't follow up. And here again, the Zero-G champion gonna get dropped face first, right on top of it. Brina is holding nothing back. Again! Jesus Christ, Madison says enough! Sidewinder suplex. Both women down. Anarchy rules here in our co-main event. Danielle Davis with an ice pack pressed up against the side of her head. I'm sure watching from backstage right now as her right-hand woman tries to give the Divine one last advantage heading into Climb to Fame this weekend. Kick out by Brina. Madison tries for a kick to the gut. Caught it though, did Storey. Knows her too well at this point. Straight jacket German suplex. I think Madison Quinn belongs in a straight jacket. Damn! Kick out at 2.5. Brina's picking up that baseball bat again. She's looking to swing for the fences. Oh, right to the arm. Right to the arm of Madison Quinn. Again, tries for the pin. Maybe just broke her wrist. And Brina Storey has beaten the Zero-G champion. May have just broke Madison Quinn's wrist with that barbed wire wrap baseball bat. There was one final hurdle to overcome tonight for Brina Storey, and she cleared it most definitely. Now the finish line is in sight. 3 stages of hell this weekend at Climb to Fame. Can Brina finally do it? Or will Danielle Davis have the last laugh? Might have to get a cast made for Madison Quinn. Well, if there is any question as to whether or not Brina Storey was ready for a 3 stages of hell match, I think we just got our answer. There's nothing Brina Storey is not ready for. I certainly hope that's the case.
the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the best.
All right. It is time. Our main event of the evening. Huge 8-man tag team matchup coming our way. And JV Enterprises in the building. The Intercontinental Champion Emmett Jones and the Investor Kai Victory. Both men unable to qualify for the Climb to Fame contract ladder match this weekend. But of course, Emmett Jones still in possession of that beautiful Intercontinental Championship, which he's trying to make sure it stays as far away from Alan Montoya as possible. Putting that bounty on Montoya's head last Shockwave, which we saw the Bromances attempt to cash in on. Of course, it ended up being 200 grand, as in 200 grand chocolate bars. Cheeky as ever, Emmett Jones. But I have to agree with Emmett Jones at least on one point, that Alan Montoya should maybe be a bit more focused on the Climb to Fame contract ladder match this weekend and not his Intercontinental Championship. We even heard from Montoya earlier. We're still talking about the Intercontinental title. I'll tell you what a team this is, though. JV Enterprises, Brian Dynamic, and Quran Cook. Oh, look at the future of CMV. And boy, is it bright. I'm blinded. Call me Ruby Rattel. Woo! And Brian Dynamic might just be the brightest star of them all. Even Pat LaFave has taken notice of this young man, offering him a place in Cerberus, but only if he ditches Nathan White. A conflicted Dynamic hopefully can stay focused in this matchup, though. He, of course, one of the 8 men in the Climb to Fame contract ladder match this weekend, as is Quran Cook and 2 of their opponents in this tag team matchup, Diamante and Alan Montoya. And I know it's my job to remain relatively unbiased here on commentary, but I gotta say, if I'm allowed to pick for the Climb to Fame contract ladder match this weekend in Paris, baby, oh, you are looking at him right here. The undefeated Quran Cook has everything a man needs to be a major player here in CMV. He's got the look. He's got the physique, baby. He's got the power, possesses the skill in the ring, as we've seen. He's beaten 2 former world champions already, Reese Matthews and Quantum. And I would not be surprised in the least bit to see him walk out of Paris this weekend with that Climb to Fame contract. Quran Cook, Brian Dynamic, Kai Victory, and Emmett Jones. If I was building a team, baby, this would be it. But I'll say this much about Diamante, guys. A driven young man, debuting just after Ascendance 13, yet to find his first taste of championship gold, unlike everybody else he arrived alongside, like Gus Novella, Remy Martin, and so on. That has not stopped him. Diamante picks himself up, dusts himself off, gets back to work. He's managed to qualify for the Climb to Fame contract ladder match. Defeated Kai Victory to do so. No small feat in and of itself. Will he be the one to stand on top of that ladder this weekend, holding that contract in his hands? Well, maybe, but it might be one of his tag team partners tonight. Alan Montoya, for very good reason, is a fan favorite amongst the CM universe, to be the one to walk out of Paris this weekend as the Climb to Fame contract ladder match winner. Survived having a hit put out on him last Shockwave. Well, he defeated Emmett Jones to qualify for the Climb to Fame contract ladder match. And as much as he wants the Intercontinental Championship, I hope that all of his focus is on Climb to Fame this weekend and the Climb to Fame contract ladder match. Because if it isn't, I mean, say goodbye to your chances of winning. Well, the Youngs of CMV have been desperate to prove that they can keep up with this newer generation. And so far, Reese Matthews has not had the best of luck. It certainly doesn't help that he's got beautiful bow breathing down his neck. I mean, it seems to me, I mean, if you ask my opinion, and of course you would, the beautiful bow is trying to help Reese Matthews. Look, dissuaded him from eating that chocolate cake earlier today. Some would say the opposite, but I think negative reinforcement can be a good thing sometimes. He's not the only unk trying to prove himself. Quantum is in that same boat. The two of them have come together as of late. Try and push back against the Youngbloods. Well, coming to this match, Quantum sent a message to Quran Cook saying, what you did last Shockwave told me you're nothing but a punk. You remember, it was Quran Cook and Quantum in a Climb to Fame contract ladder match qualifier. Quran Cook won. It was a great match. Quantum tried to show respect to him after the match, offered a handshake. Quran Cook denied it. Told the old timer to hit the road. Quantum said, that's something you're going to regret. So it's an 8-man tag team matchup in our main event. Kai Victory and Diamante are going to get things started. Diamante defeated Kai Victory in that Climb to Fame contract ladder match qualifier. Early tag out to Brian Dynamic. Brian Dynamic and Diamante, both future champions. I have no doubt about that. I think sooner rather than later here in this new season. Well, for one of them, most definitely, if they can manage to win the Climb to Fame contract ladder match. Dynamic defeated Grease Matthews to qualify. Monte's getting that work early on. So much so, Alan Montoya got to come to his rescue. Luchador gets a little punch to the face. Down goes Grease Matthews. Come on, get Quantum as well. Dynamic. Hell yeah. I love it. The rest of his team can go home, I think. Seems to me like Brian Dynamic's got this handle all by himself. Oh, then he got a bit overzealous. Diamante with a shin breaker. I like how Dynamic helped Alan Montoya back out onto the apron. What a nice guy. Now Quantum tagged in and immediately Quadon Cook tagged in. Yeah, pseudo ring match from last Shockwave. See if Quantum can beat some respect into Cook. But why would a man like Quadon Cook respect Quantum? That's the question I ask you. What is there to respect? Some would say Quantum's a shell of his past self. He would say that. Came into this new season saying he wants to compete as himself for the first time. No future man. No time travel. Just as his plain vanilla self. See if he can rise to the heights he was once at without any shenanigans. Well, it's not been working out for him very well so far. Here's a tag to Diamante. Suplex to put on. Impressive. Power exhibited by Diamante. Tries for the pin. Not going to get that lucky. The Brett rope he goes. They'll wait patiently. Back Cook up. Maybe a little too far though. Plan not going his way. Does manage to get Cook into the corner though. Tag, but Irish whip. No, Diamante. Bad part of town for him to be in. Doesn't seem to mind though. Beautiful reverse DDT. Make the tag two, maybe? No, thought about it. Goes for the pin, okay. Interesting strategy employed by Diamante here. Tries to knee drop, Cook gets out of the way, damn. Be like a, get an anvil chucked at you. Diamante off the ropes. Get yeeted. No skull. Great reversal by Diamante. And SDO to take Cook off his feet now. Gonna go for the tag? Yes, to Montoya. Now here's a one-on-one match I would pay you good money to see. Put on Cook and Alan Montoya. But the Luchador with a springboard moonsault will try to end this one. But in comes the Intercontinental Champion, of course, who else to break up Montoya's pin attempt. I wonder if Emmett's got any more of those 100-grand chocolate bars. I'm a little bit famished right now. Headbutts from Cook. Taking Montoya down in the corner. Oh, Cook doesn't give a shit. Careful of the disqualification, though. Tries for an Irish whip. No, reversed. In the corner now. Montoya targeting the knee of Quadon Cook. Always a great strategy going up against the bigger opponent. Take out their knees. They won't be able to stand. They won't be able to utilize their superior power. See Montoya Single knee backbreakers walking Cook around. Tries now to get him into the corner. Cook reverses. Manages to hit that elbow. Woo! Ron Cook says, sit your ass down. Golly. And now he's going to take his time. Stomping away at Alan Montoya. And another stomp to the face. I love everything about Quinton Cook. Montoya doesn't. Not having any of that German suplex attempt. Shoves him back. Tries to close the distance. Like two Mack trucks colliding head on. Thinking about tagging Diamante, decided not to. Put Cook up top, no, Cook with a knee. Now we see Quinton saying, you can't see me. But it looks like Montoya can. Spins him around. He gives him a German suplex. Oh, he's going all the way. Alan Montoya with the Chimera. Chimera suplex. On his tippy toes, but in comes Brian Dynamic. To bring up the pin, he's going to pay for it, though. Sends him into the corner. Montoya, don't forget who's legal. Oh, too focused here. Watch out, boys. Springboard clothesline. All right, well, that's Dynamic taken care of, but Quinton Cook's legal. And he just got given way too much time to recover. Quinton Cook even using a tag, though. He psyched him out. Chopped to the knee. That's a rare one. Oh, look at the physique, brother. Unparalleled. Oh, tag to Reese Matthews. Immediately! Cut in half by Quinton Cook. Diamante, you sly little devil, you. Guillotining Cook. Now everybody's down. Quick thinking by Diamante. Reese Matthews given the chance to get back to his feet. Cook, though, he's slapping Reese in the face. Quinton doesn't respect anyone. Not even just a quantum thing. In the corner, thinking about a tag. Contemplating it. Fought for too long. And Reese tries to go high. Cook gets out of the way. Now Reese ties himself up in the trio. Whoa. Nice shot of Quantum pass. But Reese, no quitter. There's one thing we've learned about Reese Matthews since his return, despite the losses. He could have given up by now and gone back home, but no. The former CMV champion wants to prove he can still get it done. But he still has that world champion inside of him. Perhaps deep down inside, but it's somewhere. And a tag. Cook needs to make a tag, man. He's been in there a long time. Long drag by Reese. Puts him into the corner again. But he make a tag. Woo! Knife edge chop. Very good job by Reese not to let him make the tag. In the corner again. Cheeky jab. Quinton, you need to wake up, my friend. There you go. DDT! Reese got him! Reese got him! Will Quinton Cook be handed his first loss tie victory? The savior. And now Quinton got a nasty old gash across his forehead. Make that tag? Yes! Finally, Brian Dynamic tagged in. Davey Enterprise is having an easy breezy night. Neither of them have been tagged into this match yet. Oh, Reese still thinks Quinton's legal. Didn't see that tag, I guess. Matthews, the Irish whip, no. Dynamic counters. Reese out onto the apron, hanging on. All Dynamic sets a little bit of a trap. Wasn't very effective. Makes the tag to Diamante. Looks like he's got eyes for tie victory. Could prove to be a fatal mistake. Takes a shot at Emmett Jones too. DDT from Diamante. Emmett trying to run interference, blocking Diamante from getting to the top. Because of the frog splash, Diamante, don't get distracted, you fool. Diamante let himself get screwed over here. He had the perfect chance to end this match. But Dynamic's still sleeping. He's snoring. Now Diamante getting jumped over there by JB Enterprises. His team could go help him. Oh, Dynamic going to stop them from doing so, though. Watch Reese Matthews off the apron. But Quantum is ready for him. This one is breaking down before our very eyes. Diamante's going to get 3-on-1 beatdown. Emmett Jones, big shots from the Intercontinental Champion. Uh-oh, Dynamic mixing up with Montoya now. Ref, do something! Diamante throwing Emmett to the side, but he still got put on Cook. Dynamic giving everyone a good look at that $1 million physique. Oh, finally, Diamante back into the ring. Spear! Diamante with a spear! No, wow. Bruh, 2.9999999999999. But Diamante keeping up the attack, gets him into the corner, tries to make a tag. Dynamic, though, rejects it. Goes behind, tries for a German. Diamante reverses. Right down onto the knee. Dynamic trying to make a tag, but Diamante blocks him. Put him into the corner again. No, reverse with the Irish whip. Ramming that midsection. But Dynamic can't help himself. Tag the Quantum. A little too conceited, Dynamic. What's going on Cook doing? He's lost a lot of blood. He doesn't know where he is. Oh. Montoya tried to get involved. Dynamic sent him packing out back into the ring. What the hell's going on over there? What is going on over there? I think Cook and Diamante are fighting. Future shot! Future shot! Cook back in to break up the pin. Dynamic with a clothesline. Cheap shot by Reese. Come on, ref. How is that not a disqualification? All this BS. Dynamic out of it in the corner. Quantum, can he get to his feet in time to take advantage? Our main event here on Shockwave number 165. Quantum forgetting where he was for a second. Tag to Montoya. Double back body drop to the anomaly. Makes the tag. Finally, Emmett Jones is in for the first time. Gonna roll up Montoya. Can you imagine if this is the first thing he does? Well, the pin is broken up by Quantum. Emmett Jones makes him pay, pushing Quantum into the corner, but now Montoya sent into the corner. Quantum gotta get into the ring and get his team disqualified. Spinning European uppercut blocked by Montoya. Sends him into the corner now. Too much time wasting. And Emmett Jones has gotten thoroughly under the skin of Montoya these last couple of weeks. Elbow to the side of the head. Now it's he who tries to. Oh, I thought he was going to roll him up. Montoya very slowly walks over to tag in Reese Matthews. Tries to stop though. Emmett Jones lying in wait. like the slippery little snake that he is. In that corner, though. Sneaky with that elbow. Ooh, speaking of. Irish whip, no, says Emmett. Knees in the cleats. Right to the Bennett Weller of Reese Matthews. Emmett go for a quick pin, but Montoya's in to break it up before even the thought of a 1 count. Here comes Diamante now. He gets dealt with. But Reese got him with the arm wrench. Toss him up to his feet. Spine buster into the pin. Can Funk take it? Dynamic damn. Makes the save but pays the price. See ya. Quantum tried to help out Reese Matthews. Might have had the opposite effect. Oh no! Cliffhanger DDT tucks the arms. Evan Jones, wow! You can't believe it. Nor can I. Oh, now he's pissed. Trying to go to Kai Victory. Looking for a little bit of advice. Kai says stay on him, and so he does. Bust that brain, buddy. No! Reese drops down behind him. German suplex. Double tag, perhaps. Emmett, make the tag. Emmett, he don't know where he is after that German suplex. Emmett Jones said, are we in France yet? There's the tag to Kai Victory, who at this point, guys, is nice and fresh. This is his first time getting tagged in. Let's see if we can pack it up. Reese with a double A takedown. Kai just comes in, gets pinned. Almost. Luckily not. Sent into the corner is the Investor. Makes the tag to Alan Montoya. They're going to work together. Double back elbow for Victory. The Victory. They're going to sweep him off his feet. Irish whip, no. In the corner with Kai. Got him with the elbow. Montoya trying to roll himself to safety. And so far you can go. Bridge to pin. Kick out at 1. What is Kai thinking here? What exactly is the thought process? Oh no! Quantum ripped off the apron. I guess he was in the way. I said, get the fuck out the way, bro. And Montoya struggles to get to his feet, but he does. Keeps himself out of that corner. Like a chop thrown down to set up for a drop kick to the side of the head. And Kai knows this is the last place that he wants to be. Oh, got the leg. Kai's got the leg. He's got the knee. Montoya, still too powerful. So, yeah, a submission like that was so lethal. Just caught it for a couple of seconds. You're in trouble. And it's time to take a trip to Power Bomb City. Population Kai Victory right now. Tag to Quantum, and he tied up in a pretty bow for his team. Chopping up Kai Victory. Shoots the half, hooks the leg off that spinning back fist, but Emmett Jones going to come to the aid of his tag team partner. Quantum saying, where do you think you're going, former farmer boy? Giving him the old 1-2. Golly. Thanks for coming, Emmett. Kai makes the tag to Brian Dynamic. Sit Oak in the corner. Speaking of the corner, Dynamic. Time out. Gave him the knuckle sandwich. And now the creme de la crop. The TK. Oh, but Reese Matthews, come on, you greasy son of a gun. Would have been the win right there, guaranteed. Quantum gets himself up. A TKO of his own, or of course, if you're an old head, the sounding of the 7th trumpet. Diamante tagged in. Come on, Diamante, bring it home. We'll try to do just that with a knee drop now, bringing Dynamic up to his feet, guys. We just got under 4 minutes left before this ends the time limit draw. Great matchup this has been. Neither side, though, wants to give up all that momentum heading into Climb to Fame this weekend. Snap reverse DDT by Diamante. Knows he's got to be quick with it here. No time to dilly or dally. Heavy shots from Dynamic. Not the time to show off the 18-inch pythons, impressive as they may be. Oh no! Split in half! Montoya picks up the win for his team. With a couple of minutes to spare. What a match. I thought darn tootin' Emma Jones had it won off that cliffhanger DDT, but no, look at this. Boom! That spear never fails, man. Kai Victor was distracted by Diamante out there. Couldn't get it in time to make the save. Diamante, Alan Montoya, Reese Matthews, Quantum pick up the win. Climb to Fame this weekend. Patty France. Don't miss it.